Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. First order of business, don't clock my wig. I didn't do anything to it, okay? I took it out because like a girl's scalp was itchy, okay? So it's not glued down and I'm not gluing it down for this video. I'm going to be filming a chit chat. Get ready with me. I really like watching them, so I hope that you guys do too. Going to dinner with my parents, you know, something calm. So, you know, just like a calm slate. You guys asked me some questions on my Instagram story. If you don't follow my Instagram, I will link it below, and then you can, you know, subsequently get your life together. But make sure that you subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and I will give you like, you know, 10 seconds to that out because like they're not subscribed, and like I'm trying to figure out why. Like, I'm so. You done? Okay, cool. So let's get into the video. You guys asked me a bunch of questions and some of them are really good. So I have them here and I'm gonna get ready. Just interweave it as I go. Get my makeup done because I didn't have it because I'm unprepared. I swore I was disorganized. I lied. It's a facade. It's an act. It's an act. My face is already washed clean. The whole 9 yards. I'm going to go in most likely with my Mario Badescu facial spray, the one with the aloe, cucumber, and green tea. Whoever got me the Mario Badescu, I think it was Kezia, shout out to you. I now use like their whole line. So like I have the facial spray with the aloe, then I have the cucumber green tea, then I have the one for setting makeup, and then I have like the nighttime one. Then even when I went to Ulta, they gave me a mini, and I have a serum. Like, Mario Badescu just needs to cut the check. I feel like spraying my face is so therapeutic. First question that somebody asked me was good ways to make money, side hustles, make money off of social media without being like famous. And I was watching LavishRuby. I was watching her video today on side hustles. And I took a bunch of notes on what side hustles that I particularly liked. I'm gonna moisturize my face with my face lotion, don't mind me here. LavishRuby definitely was like, she gave the ideas of like transcription, which is basically like you type for companies because companies don't have time to type everything up that they need typed up at all times because they have other things to do. They have other parts of the business to run. You know how that goes. So if you can type and you already type for college and you're a pretty fast typer, you can devote some of your time to typing for companies and they will pay you to do that. And I thought that was fascinating. I had no idea. Clearly, they don't teach you this stuff in college because they don't want you to make money because, you know, they just want to scam you. College is a scam. If I see any comments saying that you dropped out of college because Tamara told you it's a scam, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to use the Revlon Color Stay brow pencil in soft black. And that's usually how I fill in my brows. So we're gonna start with brows. And I'm not sure if I can do my brows off on camera, but we're gonna see. But then there's also the side hustles of DoorDash. If you drive, the world is your oyster. You could do drop shipping, like she said. I'm gonna link the video down below because like she really gave like a lot of advice. I think I should just link the video because I think it'll just be better that way. Then you guys wanted to know a lot about nursing because if you didn't know, I'm a nurse. Well, my floor is more of a long-term care floor and I work with kids with special needs. I need to put my glasses on. Why am I acting like I can see? I lost my glasses. Glasses? I'm literally calling them like they're gonna like answer me back. Send help, motivation, money, food. Just wait right there. I need to go get them. Are they in my face? No, they're not. I can't fill in my brows because I can't see anything. Found it. No, I just need to get closer to the mirror. I can't see. I don't know what's going on. My floor is long-term care. So like my kids are kind of with me until like they pass away or like they age out and go to like a group home. And I also work nights, which you can tell by like the bed. I feel like I never sleep. My biggest challenge as a nurse so far, I would say like just finding my rhythm per se. They say, you know, you're not really like a veteran nurse or anything until you're like 5 years in or something crazy like that. Just because like there's always something to learn. I'd say. And I definitely like love what I do, and like I love working with kids. Like that was my dream job. Finding your rhythm with like trying to balance like having your kids, talking to like literally just getting situated. I'd say like that's the biggest thing. Brows, they are filled in to the best of my ability. I literally cannot see them. They probably don't even look any different to you. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not putting a lot on my face. So it's all right. It's fine. I'm probably literally just gonna go straight to highlight because like I said, I don't put a lot on my face. I don't even like use foundation. I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty, what the hell is it called? The Freestyle Highlighter Duo. I have Mean Money and Hustler Baby. I have that duo. So pretty. As you can see, it's been used, abused, all that good stuff. I'm gonna like mix them, and I'm probably gonna use, I like using the fan brush because your girl don't know. Dead. That's just kind of that on that. Being a black female nurse is interesting. A lot of nurses at my hospital are black women. So like I'm not really a minority. So I think like my experience is probably really different than like other people, I'd say. I'll probably put some mascara on. I'm gonna use the NYX Doll Eye mascara, just in black, just casual. One of the hardest parts of nursing is like if you don't really have like coworkers, like really good coworkers, or coworkers that you like vibe with, it's gonna be really hard for you to like be content with where you are. Even if you land your dream job in your dream specialty, like say you really wanna like do maternity or something, and say you land your dream job at like the highest paying hospital in like your city or your state or wherever. If your coworkers aren't like good people to be around, like you're not gonna stick around there very long. People don't really tell you that. You want to get along with your coworkers, especially if you work nights. Like I'm gonna do like a whole separate video on probably just like nursing things, like how to survive nursing school and things like that. If that's what you guys want to see, I will do that. I'm going down to lips, and I'm going to be taking MAC's lip pencil in Cork, one of my holy grails, and that's what I'm gonna line my lips with. The coworkers are super important, I'd say, just because they kind of make or break your experience. Because as a new grad, you definitely need a lot of support in the beginning. Because I've only been at my hospital since January, so I haven't been there a year yet. But I definitely say I would be super lost, or like I wouldn't be as confident as I am now if I didn't have really good coworkers. And nights is really good for getting to know your coworkers, just because there's more downtime on nights per se, but like I'm not gonna get into the whole day shift versus night shift thing, because people love to go there and be like, oh, night shift doesn't do anything, blah blah blah, and I don't necessarily agree with that. So I'm not gonna perpetuate that stereotype, but I will say that night shift has a different flow. Like let's put it that way. Night shift has a different flow. It's just different, like altogether. Like the things we deal with on day shift and night shift are different. Like I've never worked days, so I can't really get into it. Like I've worked a couple day shifts, I oriented on days, but I've never like been a day shift nurse. Oh my god, I didn't say what this is. This NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Tiramisu, I think. In Abu Dhabi, sorry. I'm not wearing my glasses, I could look like a total crackhead by now. I don't know what the hell I was saying before because I got a phone call, but my lips are done. I'm not a beauty guru, guys. Like, just, we're trying things out. We're trying things out. Being a nurse is great, though. I'm not gonna lie. Working nights is a different story, I'd say. It's because, like, work-life balance and sleep schedule has to, like, come into account. Not everybody was built for nights. I don't even know if I've answered any of these questions. Are you getting this? My biggest challenge as a nurse is just work organization, but now like I have like my sheets of paper that, like, you know, when I assess my kids, like I kind of know what I'm looking for, especially since I work on a long-term care floor. Like I know the kids and they don't really change that much from day to day. Taking my Mario Badescu, the pink one, the one with rose water in it, and that's like what I'm setting my face with, because like that's usually what I do anyway. I did work in like a nursing home, like I did work in like geriatrics and like with adults before I started my current job, and like adults and kids are like light years apart, literally. So I'd say like the care you give is different, how you interact with your patients is different. Kids and adults, you just approach them differently, like normally. I'm gonna actually like lay my wig down now. I'm not gluing this bad boy down because like I don't have the patience. Listen, don't judge her, okay? Like, shorty looking a little rough, okay? Shorty looking a little rough. My face looks great, but shorty looking a little rough. She didn't ask for the judgment. She didn't ask for that. I don't know if anybody's gonna care about where I got my hair from, but maybe like I'll leave a link in the description. Like, if you care, you can like ask me and I'll tell you. I don't really remember like the details, honestly. But I'm doing this early because like I'm not gonna blow dry the hair. I'm just gonna let it air dry. And I'm also like not wearing my outfit yet. Like, this basic t-shirt is not what we're leaving the house in, sis. No. We can meet Denzel Washington on the street. And we need to be prepared for him. Honestly, like, I really don't have any complaints when it comes to my coworkers. There's never, like, a time where you just know everything. Like, I think in business or maybe, like, other professions, like, there's a time in which, like, you kind of reach, not that you never learn anymore after that, but you kind of reach a point in which like you know a sufficient amount and you're kind of confident in that, and things don't really change. Like with nursing, things change all the time. The way we do things changes all the time. Frequency in which we do things. There's certain things that really don't change. Like, you know, like we're kind of solidified that like the human body has a certain amount of bones. In that aspect, like things don't change. Like I kind of am confident, like, you know, the femurs and the leg. that's basically that. Like everything else really is like subject to change. I'd say like working with kids is definitely like my dream job. And like to every nursing student who's like watching this, who's thinking like, oh, like I didn't land my dream job, or, you know, I graduated in May, it's October, I still don't have a job, all my friends are out here making 6 figures already. Is something wrong with me? Am I not smart enough? Like, don't second guess yourself. Because like, when I graduated college at May, there were some people who had jobs lined up before they even took like their test. Literally some people, before they even took their test, like at graduation, we're talking about, like when I pass my boards, this pediatric hospital or this high paying hospital, like I have a spot there. And like literally it was just depending on them passing or not. And they just have to pass within like a month or 2 afterwards and the job was theirs. So I know some people who literally were secure in their jobs by like June, July, like started working and whatnot, started getting like a feel for just nursing and all of that other stuff in general. And also don't like compare your journey, like nursing wise, nursing school wise, anything to like anybody else. Like especially if you guys work different specialties. Like my friends work all different things. I know someone who works in oncology, which is cancer patients. I know people who work in regular med surg, which is just regular adults. I know people who also work with kids. I know people who do home care. Like there's so many things you can do with nursing. And like that's kind of what I like too, like the versatility. Just because like I'm easily bored, I like to change things up. It's just how I am. That's how I've always been. So like definitely don't compare like where you're at in your nursing journey and why you don't know like certain things about adults when you work with kids. It's kind of like you don't really experience it as much. I'm gonna take this generic 3-in-1 moisturizing mousse that I got from the beauty supply store, and I'm gonna just shake it up. I'm gonna lay down the top so that it lays flat, because right now it's not. And I need shorty to lay flat, okay? I'm not trying to have no issues. But definitely try to absorb as many things as you can. Like shadow different nurses, ask lots and lots and lots and lots of questions, just because you never know really. Like there's always like a different way to do things. Still ask questions, I still look things up, I still like all that good stuff that they tell you to do. Like there's no such thing as a stupid question sort of situation. Like definitely do a lot of reading, read the kids' charts and things like that. But this is literally just some olive oil sheen, because like I want my hair to be shiny, okay? Shiny. We don't have time for no lackluster hair out here, period. Even if someone sits here and tells you their life story, you still barely know them. And that's just that. Like, people really will show you a side, like, they'll show you what they want you to see, depending on who you are. But even like your best friend, like, doesn't show you 1,000% of who they are, how they act, like, off rip. So it's gonna take you a while to like get to know people. And that's another thing about nursing. Like, you kind of have to be like sociable in a way, just because you're dealing with other people, you're dealing with patients, like, you're dealing with a lot of people. Like, when you're a nurse, you deal with a lot of people. So you kind of have to just be open to that. Like, I would say nursing is really, I'm using this foam to lay down my baby hairs, don't mind me. I'd say nursing is very much like you don't have to be an extrovert to be a nurse by any means. If you're an introvert and you're in the nursing program, like, definitely don't let that derail you. I hate when like my edges don't lay down the way that I asked them to, because it's like, who raised you? What the hell? Like, obey me. I think I want to like pull my hair back on this side, like behind my ear, and like, yeah. This is like the look that like I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go over my baby hairs with the Style Factor Edge Booster, the pomade, because like the foam is great. Love the foam, but like I definitely need like some more hold. I'm gonna take some wrap strip and tie it in the front. Don't want this top to move, so I'm gonna use my Got2b freeze spray. I'm just gonna spray the top. Oh, I'm gonna spray some more oil sheen. Shout out to Keyshawn because he asked me a stupid question. He knows what the stupid question is, so shout out to him. I just started Malloy nursing. How did you survive? Nursing school is not easy in any sense. I would say the key to surviving nursing school is to build a great friend group. Try to like do a lot of your classes with them, like schedule your classes together. Pay attention to what your professor is saying and rate my professor. Like, really take everything into account when you pick the professor, because 9 times out of 10, 30 different people who took this professor and said the same complaint, they can't all be wrong. So take everything on there with a grain of salt though, because some people just complained because they failed, or they just didn't do well, or they had personal, like, interpersonal beef with the professor and not really from an academic standpoint. Don't, for the love of God, don't take an 8 a.m. class. Even if it's the professor you really want, 8 a.m., like, you're not gonna wake up for it. Like, I'm telling you, it's not gonna work out. If you're a morning person, I would definitely say like stack your classes in the morning, and you know, when you're the most focused, stack your classes when you're the most focused. If you're a night owl, you stay up all night, stack your classes at night. Don't take early morning things. Be in class until like one of my classes I think used to end at like 10:30 at night, and that was great because I'm the most awake that late, which is why I work night shift. Working a regular job in the daytime and coming to class at night was the perfect balance for me. But I know a lot of other people who are like, no, I need to like do class in the morning and then work at night, just based on their work schedule. Don't pick out the cafeteria. Do not study in the cafeteria, because you're just gonna, it's constant stimulation with food. I'm sure like there's a scientific reason, but you can sit there and eat your food as you study and are on your laptop doing a paper or whatever, and your friends will come later, because you know, you and your friends aren't going to take the exact, you're not going to have the exact same schedule as anyone. Maybe like a certain day you guys will take the same 2 classes if that's what you do, but chances are you probably have lots of friends in different majors. Nursing really, like, nursing students typically stick together, and a lot of them sit together. So we don't really, not that we don't socialize with other like groups, because we definitely do, but for sure, like, you hang out with a lot of nursing students because they can relate to like what's going on, to like your clinicals, and like things get really hairy at some point. They just get really involved. So like your business major friend doesn't really understand to a degree the way that clinical, it's a whole different thing. Like, every major is hard, I'd say, and every major has that one element that separates them. Like, I want to say, if you're going into education, like, you have to do like a certain internship situation at a school. Nursing students have to do clinical rotations at hospitals. and so on and so forth. So don't study in the cafeteria because you're gonna eat your food and then your friends are gonna come an hour later and they're gonna come with their food because they just got out of class and they're eating now. Then you're gonna wanna go with them and you're gonna get a snack. And that's how the freshman 15, 25, 30 was born. Listen, from a girl who had to lose 50 pounds, like, there's no reason for me to lie to you, sis. Like, I've been there, okay? I've been there. Once again, I got cut off and I have no idea what I was talking about. Daily routine before I clock in. Prepping for night shift is very different from prepping for day shift. For me, like, I definitely wake up. I try to sleep in because I don't really nap well. I've never been a very good napper. I try to wake up 12, 1 in the afternoon-ish to sleep in, stay up the night before, usually get up, shower, eat breakfast at like 1, 2. 99% of the time I gotta wash my scrubs the day that I go to work because today's my day off and I didn't feel like washing my scrubs. I'm gonna do them tomorrow. I usually just try to hang out, relax, don't really try to do too much before night shift. I have to be at work at 7. I have to clock in at 7. So usually by 5, I'll eat lunch. Really? So I'll eat lunch at 5, you know, and then by 5:30, I'll start getting ready. 6:15 out the door, drive to work, clock in by 7. And then I go through like my at work routine. I kind of have like sort of a system in place. So like if you want to know more about literally just me and my nursing journey and whatnot, I can make a video on that too. Just, you know, comment down below if that's what you want. This is more like just like an overview, but yeah. How does being a Black woman affect life as a nurse, and how do you handle racially charged discriminatory patients, coworkers? Like I said before, being a Black woman in my current environment doesn't really affect things. I would say like getting ready and certain like maybe cultural things are different. I don't ever feel like targeted just because I'm Black. Because on night shift, most of the people who are there are Black. I really haven't experienced anything, so I can't really give you any tea because nothing's really happened. And those are all of the questions that you guys really asked me. So that's what that looks like. Having 20/20 vision is just like the ultimate like tease. So this is what I am working with, really. This is the finished look. I didn't do a hell of a lot in any sense. Thank you so much for sending them in. If you like videos like this, definitely leave a like or comment on it if you did like it. Tell me what you did like, what you didn't like. Was too long, too short, whatever. Follow my social media down below. Don't forget to check the description box. Subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and definitely let me know if you liked it. I hope that wherever you are, you're doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.